day? How na day? How na day? Good morning, fellow Nigerians, and Amesere in the Akwa Ibom. Amesere in the Akwa Ibom, the Cross River, the Ibibe, and the Amesere. The rest of Nigerians, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching me from on the planet. See, and Happy New Year, by the way. I wish you guys all everything you wish yourself. I wish you guys all the good things you have wished yourself. And I wish you success. I wish you prosperity. I wish you, above all, good health, joy, peace, and happiness. And I'm going to begin today's episode by telling you guys a story. Like a little story. I'm going to tell you guys a story. And this is how the story goes. My name is Henry Crackhouse. I run Crackhouse, and this show is called Mfoniso. Mfoniso means good luck in the Bibio language, spoken in the in Akwa Ibom State and in Akwa Ibom State and some parts of Cross River State. Akwa Ibom State Akwa Ibom is a state in the south of Nigeria. Before I begin Mother English. Ibibio is spoken by the people occupying Akwa Ibom. We also have the Oron, Efik, the Eke. We know we are diverse. And then we have the Efik. Some part of Efik people, they also speak Ibibio. I mean, we communicate and we can, we understand each other. We are the Ibibios and the Efiks. We are not Calabars. So next time someone refers to you as a Calabar person, maybe you should correct that person. If that person doesn't want to learn, maybe you should really, really, really correct that person. Calabar is Portuguese. Got nothing to do with us. We are Ibibios, we are Efiks. So on this platform, on this show, I try to see how I can render my little help, how I can help Nigerians by encouraging them, empowering them, and advising them on how to move and how to live a better life, how to make their health a priority, and how to manage their lives. Now in Nigeria, due to the situation of things in Nigeria now, some Nigerians are really managing and surviving. 90% of Nigerians are not living, they are just existing. So on this show, I try to see how I can help, because so many of us, we come on this social media, on this YouTube thing, and we'll be creating contents, and from where I stand, it's like everybody is all about YouTube money, the monetization process, and getting the money, getting paid by YouTube. But only a few people are giving back, or only a few people have decided or have chosen to give back something, to give back just a little fraction of the things they earn from YouTube or on YouTube. So on this show, I try to encourage us Nigerians in the diaspora to see that we should take it upon ourselves and try and see how we can help the Nigerians, our brothers and sisters who are back in Nigeria. Because my brother, believe me, things tough now in Nigeria. Like I've said in previous episodes, if you can't hear me, if you feel the audio is low, please try and increase the volume on your device, on any device you're using to watch me now. I'm Henry Crackhouse, and without much delay, let's dive into this story. So the story goes like this, and let's say, right, and let's say there is this guy. Let's say there are these two brothers. Their father used to own a country. Let's be sarcastic a little. Let's throw a little fun in the mix, Let's say their father used to own a country. It's not easy to own a country, right? So let's say their dad used to own a country. So their dad later died and handed over the country to the elder brother. We're gonna be coming from the perspective of the Africans. We in Africa, it's the elder brother, and then followed by the immediate elder, and then how we arrange how we arrange our hierarchy and all those things. So let's say the father died and handed over the country to the elder brother, and he's supposed to run the country with the support of his immediate younger brother, right? Yeah. So he has the head of the government of the country. He owns the military, the armed forces. In every country has its or her own military forces, like the police force, the armed forces, then the navy, the air force, and all those security agencies, right? Let's say the elder brother, is supposed to manage the affairs of the country and be supported by his immediate younger brother, right? Okay. So, but the elder brother, who is in charge of the country now, has not been paying the military, the soldiers who are supposed to protect the country. He's been owing them salaries for months. He hasn't paid them in months, and they are not living comfortably. There is or are no schools in the country for them to send their children to. There is or are no hospitals in the country for them to go to whenever they have problems. There are no, yeah, I have mentioned schools, right? I've mentioned hospitals, right? Yeah, there are no good roads in the country for them to drive on. They are not well equipped to be able to tackle insecurity or a threat that may be threatening the sovereignty of that particular country. So, but this brother, whenever he sneezes, like achoo, sneeze is supposed to come out achoo, but whenever he sneezes like achoo, he feels like, oh, that is not how this sneeze is supposed to come out. He borrows the money. He borrows money from the soldiers. The soldiers, he will ask the soldiers by force to contribute plane ticket and flight ticket for him to buy plane take buy ticket to fly himself to another country to get checked up because his sneeze came out acute instead of achoo, you know. But in his own country, there are no hospitals. The soldiers can't travel to go get treatment anywhere whenever they are sick. So most of the soldiers, they've lost people to minor illnesses and minor diseases that could have been prevented. So one day the junior brother to the senior guy, the guy in charge of government, started complaining, say, hey, big brother, see the way things they go. I am not comfortable with how you are running the country. You're not doing a good job. This is not how our father intended for us to manage the government. We have things we can use in this country to build hospitals, to build schools, to build roads. That this is not how our dad would have loved to see us run the country. Okay, would you mind doing something about it? But the senior brother, being bigger boy now, he be like, "What are you talking about? Are you in charge?" So he started like making problems with the junior brother. So the junior brother they vex now. The junior brother they vex because the junior brother is not in the position to like borrow money from the soldiers and the police to travel to another country to get treatment, medical checked up, and all those things. So the junior brother is also in the same predicament like the soldiers and the people in the country. So the junior brother started complaining. with so as in the complaint, there's people in the country, they join him in complaining and making noise and all that. So waiting the senior brother do. You remember say he no been they pay the soldiers. He hasn't paid the soldiers for months. The soldiers have not received their salaries in months. They've not received their benefits, their allowances in months. But because he wants to, the senior brother now wants to quell this anger, to calm the junior brother down, to silence the junior brother. He now called the soldiers, the army chiefs, and now gives them the salary he has been owing them for years, gives them lots of money, gives them imports arms, just big simple because he wants them to go and silence his brother and his followers. So the soldiers collected these things blindly and foolishly went and silenced the junior brother, right? So after they don't silence the junior brother, things calm down. The senior brother continues living his life, not caring about the people. The junior brother has been silenced. He ran away from the country, and the people who were following him also absconded from they imposed themselves in exile and all that. So the senior brother returns back to his old life, his old behavior. The salaries stopped coming, no more maintenance, no allowances, no benefits, no nothing for the soldiers. So the soldiers don't go back to the base. And that's the end of the story. See, I told you guys I was gonna we could talk. I'm gonna bring a little um, sarcasm put inside them. You see, why is it that okay, before I go any further, this should be said. What I meant by trying to help Nigerians be say, I try to help you, you help yourself. If you have any problem you feel you can help, you can take care of it yourself, write me an email, contact me. The avenues where you can reach me, I've displayed them on the screen. You see, say I've been speaking English all this while, trying to speak English all this while, which really is not our dialect. It confuses our people. But on this show, I try to make it, you know, keep it on the low. I try to speak the language we all understand. This show is hosted in Pidgin English. If you don't understand Pidgin English, if you're a Nigerian and you claim you don't understand Pidgin English, I don't deal with such Nigerians because there is no single Nigerian who can speak Pidgin English. So if you're having problems with that, please take your problems and go somewhere else. This is not about YouTube money. This show is not about YouTube money and what is it called? I'm not interested in all those things. I'm interested in how we can work together to better our beloved country, Nigeria. Because believe you me, wherever you live on the planet, whatever you own and do anywhere on this planet, at the end of the day, if you were not born in that country, if you're not an indigene of that country, see, there is a difference between being an indigene and being a citizen on paper. An indigene means you have roots in that country. It means you are you are a son of the soil, you are a daughter of the soil. That's an indigene. A citizen means you've been given a piece of paper. Then say, okay, yeah, you can stay here, you can live here because you've lived here. Because the laws of the land are, they don't bind our hands. We don't fit do anything about it. So the laws of the land says, okay, yeah, we should offer you, we should issue you with a certificate and call you a citizen. But an indigene will always have more rights than you. So Nigeria is where we come from. Nigeria is where we have, roots. Nigeria is our ground. Nigerian are there where we go. Me, I'm Ibibio. All my investments there, Ibibio land. Because that's where I have, that is where my roots is. That is where I can go and say, hey, Now there they no fit come demolish my property. Now there nobody fit tell me rubbish. Now there we go speak in a video. No be say we would, if we have arguments, if there is an argument anywhere in Akwa Ibom State, if I'm to argue with anyone in Akwa Ibom State, we're not gonna come, we are not gonna argue in English. We're gonna argue in a video, because that's where I'm from. But in this Germany now, if I'm to argue with someone, I'm gonna argue with that person in a language I don't fully understand, because it's not my mother dialect. I don't know if you guys get where I'm coming from, So I try to help Nigerians. I've given lots of money to Nigerians since I started this podcast. I've given thousands of naira out since I started this podcast. From my pocket, from the investments I have in Nigeria, I've supported a lot of people since I started this podcast. Yesterday, somebody just got 300 and something K. I have helped a lot of people because I feel this is what we should do. This is what we should do. If we can help, those of us who can help, let us help. Those of us who can't help, at least try do better, try talk better, try give people better advice. Teach people on how they fit change their lives, because the corruption where they run rampant in Nigeria now, they deeper than waiting with the see on TV. That change should start with you, with that person where you see in the mirror when you look in the mirror. Now there you could start. Now there the change supposed start. So now waiting this should be all about be that. This podcast, I'm here to see how we fit. I've seen lots of Nigerians are doing this. Lots of Nigerians have started speaking out. And it's a good thing. It is a good thing. We have all started speaking out. We should continue to speak out, because believe me, no foreigner is going to do that on our behalf. It is our responsibility and our duty to speak up and hold our leaders accountable for the wrongdoing, for the bullshit they've been doing all this while. In my case, where me are from, I don't really blame the leaders and the people in charge. My problem is with the citizens, with the ordinary people, because the leaders will not be in that position if the people did not vote them. This is my thing. This is how I see it. If you know that, see, I'm going to tell you guys something. The federal government of Nigeria allocates money each year to your House of Rep members. How many of you know these things? The federal government of Nigeria allocates money to each and every senator. I think each state in Nigeria produces, 3 senators, right? 200 million naira. This is what the federal government gives to each of the senators every year. To use the federal government wants them, give them this money, this money, the money is meant for them. It is not like the government is giving them this money to pocket, like it is the allowances. No, the government gives them the money for them to use the money to do something for the people in their constituencies, for the people in their state, for the people whom they are representing. Now, waiting that money is meant for be that. But how many of you guys know this? Each House of Rep members received 150 million naira every year. That money is meant for him to use to develop, to do small things, to renovate schools, for instance, for example, to renovate hospitals, for example, to renovate village halls, for example, the money is meant for him to use to do things for the people. Put solar energy in the village, light up the village, create water, create small job. That's a lot of money. So if a state has, like, if there are 15 or 10 House of Rep members from each state, multiply that money times the number of rep members. And then the senators get 200 million. Each senator gets 200 million naira every year. Each state of the federation produces 3 senators, right? Plus one from the federal capital territory, Abi. So 200 million times 3, that is 600 million naira coming to each state. The loan alone from the senators, demo. And we are not talking the allocation where the government, they allocate, give each state for development. So when you see me, people like me come here and start speaking about these things, it takes a lot of effort and energy for me not to get angry. I mean it. I'm not begging anybody for food or anything. I am capable of taking care of myself, believe me. But my concern is that um, my problem is say, it get people in Nigeria we need this money past these senators. And now these same people we need this money, now them be the people where they go vote these people. When time reach for elections, these people, the villagers, the local government people, the grassroots people, they will go vote these people. They will vote these people, give their votes, their voices to these people. Why? Because they are expecting because they are expecting something in return. They are expecting good governance. They are expecting a better standard of living from these people. But when these people get to that position, when they get to the House of Representatives and collect these benefits, these allowances, and this allocation, they take it abroad and invest it somewhere in Dubai and invest it somewhere in the United States, in Canada, in UK. They don't remember the people at home. So now waiting the vex me with that. And like I said, I'm not interested in how the people, how they mismanage their affairs. My problem is with you, the voters. My problem is with you, the ordinary citizen. The last time you voted that person into power, he didn't do anything for you. You did not benefit in any way, shape, form from this person's being in at that in that position. Now that this person is showing up again with all either he's pushing his friend or his cousin again out to like as they and you are still gonna go vote for him. Remember that story I told you guys at the beginning of this podcast, of this episode? After 4 years, he will come with, like Desmond Elliot did. After 4 years, he bought 3 transformers for some local government in Lagos. And why? Because he wants them to vote him back into power. And after that, waiting happened, nothing. After that, what? Nothing. See, you get waiting. I know I'm trying to understand. There is something I'm trying to understand. And this thing has been disturbing me for a while now. Why is it that when our leaders are in government, when they are currently in government, they don't do anything to change how things they move? In Nigeria, they don't do anything to change situations. They don't do anything to improve conditions. They don't do any no. They don't create jobs. They don't build hospitals. Not all of them. Most of them really do. Most of them do. Like one of them say him been the drag with the securities at the gates of the church or of the synagogue. Then in the struggle, Oyibo, he the struggle. No, she no be Oyibo. She be mixed Oyibo, mixed Daki. Say she the struggle with the security, and then she come free herself, come take Okada from that place at Ikotung. I think the church today Ikotung. They can't take Okada from Ikotung, so the Okada come carry him direct to the airport, and then Inko has him just land for the airport in enter plane, they fly out of the country. Story like that could make you begin to question the authenticity of the whole thing. So, because if you don't travel, if you don't ever enter plane comot for in fact, if you don't ever enter plane comot like an intercontinental flight, you go know say it doesn't work like that. You go know say you know fit carry Okada from your domot go reach airport, enter plane like that. No, they work like that. You go need planning. You go wait in line. So if you dey Okada and police they chase you, if you dey Okada, unless you dey act film, unless you dey act action, unless na action movie you dey act. But if you carry Okada, if you don't fly already and you carry, if you want fly, and police they chase you, you are running away, you're trying to run away from the Nigerian police force. You're trying to run away from the Nigerian police force. Believe me, you know, if you just carry Okada, Okada could ride you from Ikotungo reach Murtala Mohammed International Airport, and you just enter plane without. When did you buy the ticket? When did you check in your luggages? When did they screen you? So they did all these things while the Nigerian police force was waiting outside and like, oh, okay, yeah, let's just wait. And, you know, we've chased her all the way from Ikotun to the international airport. But, yeah, but now we're just going to chill, let her get checked, let her check her luggages in, let her just board the flight and fly away. Come on, man. If na for another country, or if na European country, or in North America, or anywhere else, I for buy that story. But that story na Nigeria we dey talk about, so that story no dey fly at all for my ears. So, you know, when you hear some things, you go like, just listen, you could just watch. And like I talk, I'm say, if you want to accuse someone, if you want to lay an allegation against someone, allegedly, if you're trying to accuse someone who is still alive, accuse a living person. Do not wait after that person is dead, long gone. You come out with all these dubious allegations and start talking, making noise. Why? Because una don always tarnish the image of Nigeria. They no be today. I'm not supporting condoning rape or all those things, but I'm saying what BBC has been active for God knows how many decades, for eternity. BBC has been on this planet for like I don't know. So where were they when TB Joshua was alive? Where BBC been there when TB Joshua was alive? I'm not saying all those things, all the things where the people they talk in that documentary say them they lie. I don't know them. My question is, where BBC been there when TB Joshua was alive? Chris Oyakhilome is alive, right? Adeboye is alive. All these other men, them they are alive, Abi. Make BBC make their documentary now when these people still they are alive, not when they are dead, not when them don't die. Come out, BBC or CNN could come with the documentary, begin to accuse Adeboye of wrongdoing, could begin to accuse Oya. Do your documentary now that Chris Oyakhilome is alive. Produce your documentary now that Chris Okotie is alive. Produce your documentary now that Adeboye is still alive. All those guys, Oyedepo is still alive. Produce your documentary now so that we could fit hold those people, so that when we watch your documentary, we see say, okay, waiting you talk say now, so you talk say happen. We go go ask, knock on these guys them doors. We go ask them, say, hey, these Oyibo people, they accuse you, say you do this, come defend yourself. Not true. TB Joshua has been dead, long gone. How him go come defend himself? How him no fit defend himself? So remember that they stop all this bullshit, I beg. Remember that stop the bullshit. Like I talk, this year no be another year to cause, but make una they stop the nonsense. When person they alive, if you want to accuse that person so that that person go fit defend himself. That person go fit counter your this thing. That person go fit counter your accusation. That person go fit give in one side of the story. No wait till that person don't die, go, you begin bring Oyibos on TV, then begin to bash a Nigerian. I'm a Nigerian. I love Nigeria, die, like I talked before, but I won't stand anybody trying to like discredit our country. We don't get bad image already there from 419 and Yahoo and all those bullshit. person been accused person of asking questions about the skin color of a child. Maybe una make documentary on that. Up till today, una never release any documentary on that issue. But una come release documentary on TB Joshua wey don die tey, he no fit defend himself. I'm not condoning rape or all those things, but I'm saying do your documentary. That people been accused R. Kelly, right? R. Kelly, they alive. They carry and go court. They found him guilty, send him to jail. Now waiting me they talk about be that. Make that person they alive to defend himself or to counter your accusation. So that if we find him guilty, we go lock him up. We go save him justice. If we no find him guilty, we go let him go. You go apologize for your blackmailing and for your bad mouthing. I mean, those ones who haven't done anything for their people. You know, so waiting me to try and understand, say, why is it that when these people are in government, they don't do anything? They are the ones stealing the money, because this money, our money, don't just disappear into thin air. People steal them. People write fake contracts. People divert this money. Why is it that when they are in government, they don't talk about good governance? They don't talk about changes. They don't talk about God giving us leaders that could take Nigeria to this level. You are an idiot. Why is it that when they are in government, they don't talk about how they can improve lives and conditions and living standard of the people? Why is it that they don't talk about those things when they are in government? But immediately they lost elections and they got kicked out of office, and maybe the next government coming in doesn't favor them that much. They start talking about hey, government, blah blah blah. Now that time they could begin they talk about how God fit give us good governance and bullshit. When you see an ex-inspector general of police talking about insecurity, how bad the insecurity is, that the government isn't doing about it, and you'll be like, were you not once an inspector general of police? Were you not once an army chief, the general chief of defense staff? In fact, were you not once or even twice the head of state of the Federal Republic of Bongo? You were twice. You've ruled Nigeria twice. You've ruled Nigeria twice. You've ruled Nigeria once. Kudos to President Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida. May you live long, sir. May your days be long. May the gods never let you down. Those are the people that I will always appreciate till tomorrow. The late General Sani Abacha, may his soul rest. Those are people who, when they talk, I listen. But those other ones, we been get chance rule that country some twice. When they come out now and start talking about bad governance and boo-boo and boo-boo and whoa, and you'll be like, you once had the chance, you once ruled this country. You had your chance. What did you do? No, what did you do? I'm not here to bash government. I don't bash government because any government who's in anybody who is ruling, if you're in government, it means you were elected by the people. It means you have the authority, you have the mandate. The people gave you the mandate to rule. Much respect to President Bola Tinubu, much respect to all the senators, the state governors. But what I'm saying is, our people are suffering, sir. Our people are hungry, ma'am. Madam, our people are hungry. Your Excellency, the governors, our people are suffering. Your Excellency, the Jagaban, the honorable members, senators, and our people are suffering. I beg, may we do, if the old ways no been work, have been done try, but the old ways no been work. Your Excellency Akpabio, Governor Godswill Akpabio, Akwa Ibom people, up till tomorrow will ever speak good of your name. We will always speak good about you. I'm begging, since the old ways didn't work, may we, or could we at least maybe try a different method? Is it possible for us to try a different method to do it another way? If the old ways not been work, I understand what thing is the president is trying to do. He even said it himself that Nigerians will feel the effect of his policies at the beginning, but that we should give him time. Sir, we are giving you time. We are banking on you. You rule Lagos. You were once a senator. Everyone is talking about Lagos. Everybody wants to go to Lagos, sir. That's on your name. That's on you. You know. I know you're the man. I know what you're capable of doing. And sir, those people, if anybody misbehaves and tries to drag your name in the mud, if anyone amongst the people you've appointed and given strategic positions to run the country, if any of them disappoints or tries to drag you down with him or her, please, sir, take action on such people. Don't let anybody tarnish your name. You went into that office already a made man. So people like me don't seriously believe that you are going there to steal money. People like me don't seriously believe that our president, the current president, Mr. Alhaji Bola Tinubu, is there to cyber. No, he is there to change Nigeria. And let us stand with him. Make we follow and make we join hands. Make we pray for him. Make God guide him. Make him do the things where he want, where he get in mind to do for Nigeria. Now remember, say each house of reps they collect 150 million, and senators they collect 200 million. Them don't use the money do anything. If any of those people no use any of the money do anything in your constituency for where you from, next time you the ordinary person, next time when the next election comes, now waiting you could use, ask those people, ask them say last time you did it, the money the federal government gave you, our money that the federal government gave you to use to help us, what did you do with the money, sir? Yeah, how you did? What did you do with the money, ma'am? Ask them these questions. No, just when that time come, then go come buy sewing machine. They will come and give you guys bicycles. They will bring packs of rice and say na palliative. They will say they are trying to empower you with sewing machine. They are trying to empower you with grinding machine. They are trying to empower you with bicycles, spades, and hoes for farming. Seriously, the money I give people every week on this podcast is covers all those things times 10. And I'm not a multi-billionaire. You know, I'm from Akwa Ibom State. On the 10th of December 2016, the tragedy struck in Akwa Ibom State. A church in Akwa Ibom State collapses. On the 16th of December 2016, a church collapsed in Akwa Ibom State in Uyo, killed over 100 people. My brother-in-law was among the deceased, was among the victims. My brother-in-law died in that accident. 2016, my sister has been suffering because she was at that church that time. She was there. She went there with her husband. She was lucky. She got lucky. She escaped with her she barely escaped with her life. She has a wound, an iron in her legs now. Some way they put iron inside her legs for the tie here. She has been having pains, suffering, and she's taking care of her children alone. She hasn't been paid for months now. The government hasn't really done anything to help the survivors. Because if them don't do something, I foresee them. I foresee them in my sister's life. Everything where my sister they do now, we they support them. Do you guys know why I'm saying this? Why I brought this story up? Do you guys know why I'm saying this? Why I'm telling you guys? Why I'm reminding you guys of this incident? 2016, a church building collapses in Akwa Ibom State that time and killed over 100 people. It was in the news, it was on social media everywhere. I lost a brother-in-law in that incident. The government, Akwa Ibom State government, hasn't really done anything to help the survivors. Because if them don't do something, I foresee I'm in the life of my sister, my elder sister. Because now she lost her husband. And most of the things where she do, now we, the siblings, they take care of her. Wetin make I bring that story up be say, Akwa Ibom State just unveiled the 30, before I miss here, a 32 billion naira international worship center. A 32 billion naira international worship center. Make I repeat them. Akwa Ibom State government has just unveiled a 32 billion naira international worship center. In 2016, a church been collapsed in Akwa Ibom State. A church building collapsed in Akwa Ibom State on the 10th, before I miss Nyan, on the 10th of December 2016. Over more than 100 people lost their lives in that incident, including my brother-in-law. May his soul and their souls rest in peace. Up till today, the government of Akwa Ibom State haven't done anything to help the survivors, the survivors of that incident. Before I begin the mother grammar here. But the state has just unveiled a 32 billion naira international worship center. I'm Henry Crackhouse. This is Mfoniso. Let that sink into you, the viewers. This is Mfoniso, the show where we try to help fellow Nigerians. My contacts there on the screen. If you get problem, if you need help, if you need assistance, anywhere, any shape, form, do not hesitate to contact me. I will get back to you. I will talk. Me and you could talk. I could see how I could fit help. I know one stress further, and I know one yarn further, or I know one stress further on that church issue thing, because I know say the level where them don't indoctrinate us, the level where them don't brainwash us, fit speak on religion. Fit speak on religion. Make I repeat them, fit speak on religion when it comes to Nigerians. But on the next episode, or in the next episode, I could expand on that topic. Till then, remain blessed, remain healthy. I will see you in the next episode. I'm out.